Well, Stratus has been in business solving availability problems for over 30 years. And we have a very successful hardware business with server platforms based on some of our uh, available technology for solving and keeping applications up and running. And while our hardware business is very healthy and very profitable, what's happened in the industry in recent years is hardware growth has really kind of flatlined. Um, we're seeing enterprises continue to put more and more virtual machines into production, but they're doing it through virtualized environments and cloud environments. They're not buying additional hardware to do so. So as a result of that, we're seeing the industry as a whole shift towards a more software and cloud-focused uh, uh, way of deploying hardware. And as a result of that, we felt to give ourselves another 30 years of business, we needed to basically make a transition like that. We did a similar transition about 15 years ago when we moved from what the company was originally founded on, which was a proprietary hardware, proprietary operating system solution that looked very much like a mini computer, to an open system that used standard commodity hardware, x86 processors, running standard operating systems. And that was right around the time when the industry itself was switching to open systems as well. So we've done this type of transition once before, and we're in the midst of another one of these once-a-generation type transitions as an industry. So are finding that we're going to have to adapt to make sure that we can continue to deliver the same type of solutions that we've always delivered since our inception. It's always interesting how, in some ways, how fast the transition takes place as far as the mindset and what everybody's talking about. But at the same time, if you look at how enterprises actually make these transitions, they don't happen in the real world in real data centers as fast as they happen in our strategy planning sessions and the press and analysts' stories that are being crafted. So what we're finding is the transition is very real. This is not a hype or simply a new marketing term, the move to cloud. We are finding people making the shift and doing it in large scale. However, this is probably the first year that we've really seen them move out of just doing small trials or kind of moving easier, lower hanging fruit type applications to cloud, to actually doing large-scale, real-world deployments. We've talked with some of our customers who are planning on moving hundreds, in some cases thousands of applications to cloud over the next 3 to 4 years. We've talked to one customer who actually plans on moving 9,000 applications that they currently have running in a traditional data center into a cloud environment. That's not going to be a overnight type of thing. It's going to take them years to do so. So although we are in this major transition, this transition is going to take a long time to actually get to the point where it's ubiquitous and it's kind of the standard operating procedure for everyone. We actually participated in a survey run by Northbridge Ventures called the 2013 Future of Cloud. And in that, they asked some questions about why people are adopting cloud and what's preventing them, what's their concerns and inhibitors from moving to cloud. And we found some interesting things in the survey. Previously, you would hear the primary reason why people were moving to cloud was they wanted to save costs. They wanted to save total cost of ownership. This year, we saw what I think is the real reason why many enterprises are moving, is that they're realizing that what they really gain is increased agility. They're able to do things much faster. They're able to try out new concepts and get them into market in days, and in some cases hours, as opposed to in the past it would have taken them weeks or even months, in some cases years, to actually get things deployed, architected, get the equipment in, stage it, and then decide whether the project was successful or not. If it was successful, then you had to scale it and go out and buy additional equipment. If it was unsuccessful, you may have invested 6 or 9 months on something and now you want to shut it down. And what they're finding is, as they move to cloud with some of the elastic resources that you can add very quickly or shut down very quickly, they get much greater agility. So they can do things in a week, run a trial, oh, that was successful, go from essentially 10 units of whatever it is to 1,000,000 units, or decide, no, that was not successful, let's shut it down. So as a result of that, some of these enterprises are getting upwards of 7 or 8 times the number of projects that they used to be able to do when they were running on traditional IT technologies. That's the real power of cloud, is it gives you that agility to do things much faster. And as a result of that, these businesses are looking to cloud to give themselves a competitive advantage in the market against their competitors.